quick card. I'm going to show you how to make this simple 6x6 card with this beautiful pattern at the background. It really has quite a random look. You could add a sentiment onto this, or flowers, or anything that you want to. And this is simply made. We've used frame makers to make the frame, but you can use nesting dies for that. We've just used the JND 489 Georgian frame, and all we've done is use the circles from that to cut these beautiful patterns. And then I've used the fusion paste. So I've used the fusion Moonlight pastes in topaz, peridot, and in amethyst to make the background, and you get an absolutely beautiful background out of this. But this is a great way to use up some of those background pieces or spare scraps of card or backgrounds that you've got just piling up in the craft cave, and use them whatever way you want with this technique to make a really quick card. Place to start is to make the simple background. I'm using the Moonlight pastes, which are the fusion Moonlight pastes, and I'm not trying to do anything really neat, so I'm going on here with the amethyst. I'm then going on with some of the topaz, and I'm just putting some at the top, and then on with a little bit of the peridot. Again, use 3 clashing colours, 3 matching colours, whatever you want, and literally an old gift card, club card, something like that, and you're just going to pull down like that to give you that really nice, simple, variated background. Nothing complicated, nothing hard on it, and that is literally dry in about a minute, 2 minutes. It takes no time to dry. So I've got a background here. Obviously I've already dried it, exactly the same 3 colours, just dragged down. Each time you do this you'll get a different piece, and then it's simply a case of taking a piece of coconut white card, and I've cut this to sort of 6x6 to fit over it, and it's just cutting shapes in it with any die you've got. I'm using the JND 489 Georgian frames because I love this little centre wreath panel. So all I'm going to do is place that on there, pop one of the circles. I'm not using the largest, I'm using the next one down onto there, pop a little bit of tape on and run that through, and you just want to repeatedly cut that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each time I've put a little circle in there as well. So I've got a random background, not trying to get anything sort of really good or determined or anything. But you'll see when we take the background and slap it on, we get all those really, really nice colours shining through. And you see the difference. And because we've used the fusion pastes, you get that lovely shine. So to adhere this, I'm using a little bit of spray glue for speed, but you use whatever you want to. And then I've cut a frame out in black and in white, made again using the frame maker dies, the 6-inch frame maker dies. But you could leave this as it is. You could neatly cutting it off. You don't have to frame it. You could make frames yourself. But once we frame it, you've made a piece of artwork really quickly. And of course, I have some circles left over from cutting it. So I'm going to use those. And all I'm going to do is to add a little bit of the Craft Artist 3D glue gel onto the back. I'm just using a syringe as it's easier because they're smaller shapes. And drop one into the centre of the pieces of the circles there that are showing. Nice and simple, nice and easy. You can sentiment this however you want to. It's really, simple and easy to do. Pop a little sentiment on there, or just leave it and use your precision press to add a sentiment at the end. And then, even though the frame is 6 inches, I'm going on to a 6-inch card blank. And you'll see the 6-inch card blank is slightly smaller. It doesn't matter as long as I frame it into the right size. I can leave a little bit on each side to work. And there we go. A stand-up, simple card made really, really easily and very, very quickly.